Someone fucked up the names, apparently.
And we are back. Oh god, they're both barcodes! Okay, no, wait.
They are both barcodes.
God damn it. In the top right of World of Sleepers LE, we have the player, that we are following from the previous series. He is representing Jinair Green Wings. He is the Protoss player. He is Trap.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of World of Sleepers Mattress Emporium LE, we have the blue Protoss. We've been following him in quite a few of these qualifiers, and he does look like he's making a resurgence. Can he take it all the way today? It is his teammate that he'll have to beat in order to get there. We have, representing Team Jinair Green Wings, Jaguar, as well as the Republic of Korea, we have Soul of Sky. Tiger ate my mother.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting series. Number one, we're going to have a hard time trying to talk about who's losing what when it's barcode versus barcode.
Well, I mean, we can look at colors, I suppose, but yeah, for sure. Yeah. We'll just say Redo, and that will be Trap. And blue, and that will be SOS.
But especially because this is a PvP, and these are teammates. I imagine they practice together a lot. Because of that, it's hard to say who has the advantage because of how much in-house practice they have.
I want to say SOS.
Yeah, even though we can say SOS is probably the better PvP player, when it comes to two teammates facing against each other, we could get into a lot of mind games.
Here's the thing, I agree with you on the overall idea that we'll probably see a lot of mind games considering they are two players that practice a lot with each other. I disagree with your details. I think Trap is right now the better PvP player. However, SOS, throughout his entire career, is the player who knows exactly how to read his opponent, who knows exactly how to get into his opponent's head.
I mean, I feel like, we did see that, in the previous qualifiers, right? Following SOS, especially in his PvPs. I feel we saw it as well when it was SOS versus Parting, right?
Big Brain.
I may be confusing that with Zest versus Parting.
No, I think it was SOS versus Parting.
Yeah. Where kind of SOS kind of asserted his dominance in that matchup even.
Okay, that might have been Zest who asserted it. No, but definitely SOS versus Parting was definitely a lot of SOS big brain plays with tricking Parting. We were freaking out on it the other day. I actually rewatched VOD and I figured it out. SOS blinked through the wall, but then just stayed there for a little while. And then he revealed he had his StarCraft. So Parting was just like, oh, you just blinked forward, I'm going to assume. And then he walled himself off.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that. After the game, we were he blinked in and Parting, because he didn't see the initial blink in, he didn't know where the cooldown was.
But SOS purposely waited there.
Yeah.
It was a massive brain play. And speaking of Stalkers, looks like we're going to have a very standard PvP with that particular unit.
For sure. Players. Yeah, we do have, a bit of divergence coming down. We have Blink coming up from SOS. Meanwhile, we have that robotics facility coming down from Trap. So looking to start working on that Immortal production, I imagine.
SOS is going to be the first to get his Forge, though.
Yeah, working on his upgrades already. Going to be helping out his Blink Stalkers as much as possible. He may be just going for mass Blink Stalker.
I think that's his game plan. I definitely think that's going to be his game plan. SOS wants to focus on his blink control to just completely overwhelm Trap. I don't know, man. He's going for more of a well-rounded army, so he focuses more on positioning, I suppose.
Yeah.
We know. Well, I know so much about PvP. Let me tell you, if you couldn't tell.
I mean, you say that it looks like Trap is gonna go for a mass adept with Immortals, which we have seen work in the past. But I also feel like yeah, but it takes a little bit of time to like ramp up to that. So we'll see. Yep. SOS already blinking on top of these Stalkers, and remember, Trap doesn't have blink on his own, so he can get caught out.
He does not, but he does have an Immortal. He does have some sentries.
Ooh, yeah,
very nice blinks. The sentries are essentially out of force fields now.
Yeah, and look, SOS is moving around to that spot. Oh, never mind.
It is, but it will be forced to recall just to deal with 2 probes. That cannot be. Well, we say that, but he's also just grabbing his reinforcements in a way. He's grabbing the sentries that he had. He's going for his Robobane now and research a charge. I do definitely. He can do whatever he wants with exploit stalkers, really, but he will transition charge. Looks at things.
Interestingly, we do have SOS transitioning out, which could be a little bit scary, especially if we have Trap getting ready for like some kind of timing. We do have a bunch of gateways finishing up for Trap. I imagine we're going to see a bunch of Adept Warp-ins.
Blink, the Phoenix is here, the high ground vision is there.
Blink up.
Puppy! There it is. And there was the blink. Right at the last second. Gonna be able to snipe a couple of these sentries maybe, but he does also force them to use their force fields. Blink is already off cooldown, or it should be.
Gets one, he should be able to get all 3.
Here, and he gets away. Gets a couple of those hits out. Meanwhile, though, Trap is continuing to get more and more workers.
6 workers go down. Oh my god.
I know, I feel like SOS might not be too concerned about that, but if you just look at the army supply, and remember, Trap does have glaives, and
that's what I mean. Like Trap, he was kind of like ramping up, and now that all his gateways are done, he's gonna and this War Prism as well. He's gonna be pumping out more and more waves of adepts. And I don't know if SOS is gonna have enough. Like he's getting down a bunch of shield batteries, he's getting a bunch of cannons, he's trying to get some Archons, but I don't know.
He does have +1.
Yeah,
and +1 Archons can definitely deal very, very well versus adepts.
The problem is that Adepts could just shade past all of this defense into the main, you know?
And I think that's a very nice number of army supply from Trap. I think we're about to see the beginning of the end here, unless...
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he does have a shield battery finishing up, as well as a cannon.
Nice force fields.
Yeah, some nice force fields, some nice Archons as well, sticking up a bunch of damage. He is holding the line for now.
Yeah, and I was going to say, unless SOS can micro this well, and that he did.
Yeah, I mean, Trap is trying to push in, and he may, like, the Archons are going down. The shield battery is out of energy.
That it is, and there's just way too much left for Trap. He did not deal with the Adepts, but the Archons are out, and they are cleaving through these Adepts. Immortals now, though, they are starting to target down the Archons, and I think this is the end. GG is called. And Trap is, in fact, the better PvP player in this instance. He might go, oh, I'm catching up to the stream now, yeah. Somebody had a little bit of a moment of misreading. Alright. Boy, we were saying that Trap, or SOS rather, was very big brain. They did go for some of that big brain plays. But Trap, though, much more solid, much more. Yeah, I figure that I should watch out, because Trap was not building a counter to what SOS was doing. He was more of, I know I should watch out, because I know there's a lot of things that you might do right now.
For sure. And yeah, like it was kind of hard because it looked like SOS came in with a plan, but he was kind of deterred, like with his like +1 blink stalkers. So then he had to like transition out, right? We saw him, start getting Archons and charge lots instead, and like, his initial plan had to kind of change. Whereas Trap, like, he kind of stuck with what he was doing, and as a result, it kind of worked out for him. When it came to his like glaive adept push. But yeah, speaking of, here we have him in the bottom right-hand corner of Simulacrum LE. We have the Protoss player representing Jin Air Green Wings. It is Trap.
And in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Simulac Rum, Yar Heart Fiddly D-L-E. We have the blue Protoss. He was known for being very big-brained, but sometimes that just isn't enough. What will he do now in this Game 2 of this Best of 3 lower bracket series? We have the blue Protoss representing Jin Green Wings Team Jaguar, as well as the Republic of Korea. Known as Barcode, but we all know who it actually is. It is SOS. Tiger ate my mother. Spit Soul of Sky.
Yeah, we do have this cheeky probe coming out, looking to. I imagine he's trying to scout. Maybe no.
It's actually a little funny that Trap is the one who's being a little bit cheeky this series rather than SOS.
I mean, that's what I meant, right? Like where I don't know how much they practice together. I don't know how often they play with each other, but like because of that, potentially the wildcard factor of SOS may be diminished because Trap may be used to it. He may be like wise of what SOS likes to like pull out and potentially trick his opponents. I
am nodding my head in agreement.
Yeah,
I feel, man, ever since you said it, I feel like SOS is just doing it to spite us. But he is going for that standard Stargate opening, SOS is.
I mean, quote unquote standard. Like,
right.
I don't know how standard it is in PvP exactly. He is completely walling off his natural, looking to completely blindside his opponent, I imagine. Trap though, opening up with this sentry, so he could go for a Haluk scout. I would imagine. Both players staying on one base.
It is more than likely he is moving forward he is moving forward with the sentry, which typically is an indication that he wants the absolute most out of his hallucination. It seems, however, he was just trying to kill a probe, so
nice.
He does move back, but he does send forward a Haluk based on the energy count.
Yep.
Blood Depths will come forward from SOS, and I think now Trap might just realize, wait, you're going to get Depths this game? Okay, something's up.
Yeah, I mean, the Hook does go in. He does spot the Stargate.
Yoip. Shield battery's already going down because you cannot... One Oracle cannot kill probes when there's a single shield battery. Two can, but one cannot.
Yeah, and also at the same time, Trap does catch the Adepts in the middle of the map. He does kill one. The other does get away. And yeah, he also has Stalkers at home to defend against the Oracle. Like,
what
this
is that?
Yeah, this is looking really rough for SOS.
I was just gonna ask about this. I saw something on the minimap, and they are sentries, so Trap gonna be very, very aggressive this time, rather than ramp up, almost to the point of, do you think one base all inning?
Well, I mean, this could kill SOS, especially because he went Stargate. His Oracle was already across the map, and he wasn't able to do anything, so it isn't here to defend. He is throwing down shield batteries, but he breaks through.
He does have 2 shield batteries complete now, though. So SOS is still in it. Trap is gonna be deflected.
Yeah, and again, both players are on one base. Like, it isn't necessarily all in. Like, this is kind of like how this PvP is turning out. I don't think Trap will be able to push into the main, though, especially with 2 shield batteries already done.
Not quite yet, but he is getting his Twilight Council, so I'm thinking Blink will be on the way fairly shortly. SOS will be the first to get Blink, though.
Yeah,
so that's something.
We do have Trap going in with his Haluk, trying to make sure he knows exactly what his opponent is doing. Really containing him, and because SOS is being contained, Trap will be able to throw down his natural first, which will give him that economic
amongst
advantage.
other things.
Yep. Kind of risky though, because they could get spotted by these oracles.
Oh, there are already stalkers to deflect them, though.
Yeah, there are.
That is absolutely what you want to happen if you are Trap. I feel like Trap has been doing this quite a bit more lately. These hidden DT sort of builds. What have you been teaching him, Gemini?
I mean, we'll see. Like, it could. Oh, is this gonna kill the pylon?
Yeah, it actually will. There's just enough energy.
Nice. But yeah, I am a little bit worried from SOS because, you know, he still hasn't scouted the Dark Shrine. He just wasted all of his energy on his oracles, so he won't be able to use them for Revelation either. Potentially these DTs could deal some game-ending damage. It kind of depends because there's no Robo either from SOS.
There is no detection. The Forge only now going down. Although this pylon did get scouted, and he will see the DT.
Oh yeah, he does spot it warping in, or I imagine he spots it.
Well, he has to click on it, and if he didn't, he's gonna have to rely on these oracles, I think, just for their revelation.
Oh, they're gonna get picked off.
They are. One of them will get picked off anyway, and Blink is complete for Trap, I do believe. Yep, it is, and so he can continue to chase this down and down and down.
Oh god, he has to keep that oracle alive. Like that's all his detection really. Oh my god, he's swinging down the stasis.
But the DT is already up in the main.
Oh my god, it is, and there's nothing here. SOS, please. Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
Oh boy, sometimes big brain ain't enough.
I guess SOS didn't see the DT warping in. Because he threw down the stasis ward, like that tells me that he had no idea that there were DTs, right?
For sure. Yeah. I guess he just wants to look at his depth, because yeah, that's a way to go. That is a way to go. The Jin Air Civil War has concluded, or at least the Protoss Jin Air Civil War, and SOS unfortunately will be out of the qualifiers. We'll probably still see him at Katowice though.
Yeah. Again, like we have seen Jin Air send players to Katowice before, through the open bracket. So even though SOS does get taken out of this qualifier, we may see him once again at Katowice proper, working through that lower bracket, or that open bracket even.
Yeah, and there have definitely been a lot of players who have made very, very deep runs when they didn't qualify and were sent to play in the open bracket. Maru comes to mind, TY comes to mind, Rogue. Actually, I don't think Rogue. No, Rogue was invited. But no, another player, you know who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, for sure. Creator has gone through before as well. But yeah, and it is important to note, like we will mention that ESL is actually changing their format when it comes to the open bracket.
Yep. Probably see a lot more players fly out to the round of 76.
Yeah, important to note that ESL will be paying for flights and accommodation for any player that makes it into the round of 24, so it makes it through the open bracket, which is pretty sick to see. ESL supporting, like, even more so the players that wanna compete.
Nodding my head. Okay, I think we're gonna be in it for a little bit of a while. So, is there anything else that we'd like to bring up?
Yeah. I mean, chances are we may be able to cast one more series. Like, there are, less and less games being available, and there are still quite a high number of casters. We're probably gonna have to wait quite some time for the next series. Rogue versus Innovation are currently playing out. Whoever loses between those two players will go up against Trap. So we will probably try and hold out for that. We may get into Sue Ragnarok instead in the meantime, yet to be determined. But yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.